Look at the headlights on that. Just absolutely gleaming. Love the white walls as well. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Got another lovely old Alfa Romeo here. Today on Car Traction, you join us at Race Retro. Now, this is a very good meet. It's been a while since I last been here. I don't know why I've walked over here actually. We are in the mighty Accord, but there'll be quite a bit of rallying, such as that Rally Mini going on. A bit of demonstrations. There's also 2 massive halls full of all sorts of lovely automotive interesting cars, and there's also an auction, so we can just see if we can get into that, and an auto jumble, so I might even end up spending a bit of money here. But first of all, I think let's see what we can find that is classic car related. Now over here we got a very early MGB with a nice white hardtop. Looks lovely in that blue. We got the early MGB steel wheels, obviously chrome bumper. And one thing I do like about these early ones is the interior. You get the nice MG sprung steering wheel. The lighting's a bit wrong, so I'll have a look at that. On the other side we got the pull door handles. So this is the Mark 1. So that's one of the very first ones around. That's a lovely little sports car, isn't it? There you can see the nice early interior that I like. What a beautiful little car. Now this is something quite special. There's an Audi Quattro Sport or Sport Quattro, but this is the short wheelbase, the homologation one, which is the most desirable out of the lot. Just look at the wide arches on that. That is pretty special, isn't it? I do like these. Lovely old MGA over here. This looks like a bit of a road rally car. All very period correct, lovely hardtop. I do really like these early ones. The louvers containing the massive 1600 engine. What a lovely old car that is. Wouldn't surprise me if it has rallying history in period. That is a lovely build. The same can be said for this MGB. This is more of a road racing car. I presume it's 4-speed overdrive, this one. Looks good on the large mini lights and debumpered. Good little car that. I rate the leather strap, and also I like these light covers. They always look good on the old Bs. Got a Delta Integrale here, a very famous Group A rally car, not Group B, but Group A, the one that came after, in the iconic Martini livery. That is quite a cool thing, isn't it? Do like the old Delta Integrales. Now watch this, we got a Mark 1 Golf GTI here, very iconic hot hatch. And here we got a nice old Morris Cooper, nice old road rally car, very modified. I'd say this is a Mark 3, isn't it? That'd be my guess. Mark 2 or 3, probably more likely. Yeah, I'd say 3, but that's a guess. If you know, let me know in the comments. Last of all, we got a Fiat Abarth 124 here. This is cool, isn't it, with that little vinyl top. Do like that. Very fun little Italian sports car. Always look very good with the matte black bonnet as well. Well, we're in the auction house now, and there is a heck of a lot of stuff here. Starting off with this Mark II Escort. This looks, oh wow, this is actually a proper rally car. Just having a quick look at the information for Silverstone Auctions. It's ex-Colin McRae. This car, wow. What a historic car that is. We've also got a Sierra RS Cosworth. One of the crazy valuable fast forwards. Same can be said for this. Is it an Escort, this one actually? It is an Escort, yes, Escort RS, this one. Wow, let's have a look at the estimate. 200 to 240 grand for this, wow. What a historic car to be driven by the Subaru legend. And it's absolutely mint, as are all of the cars in here. Now, what is this? We got a Ford GT40. This is a replica one from 1994. Some people may turn their noses up at the replicas, but what a beauty that is. Must be great fun, this sort of thing. We got an R33 GTR now. The estimate of this will probably blow you away. Have a little guess. So it's a V6. I think it's a straight 6, highly modifiable, really old, sorry, really desirable JDM car. Estimate 45 to 55 grand. These JDM cars are really, really desirable now. A lot of people are into that. What's this? We got a 1964 Porsche 356C. What a beautiful little car this is. Gorgeous things, these old Porsches, I think. Lovely little car that. Looks like it might have been race prepped or road rally prepped. Have a quick peek in there. Ooh, some lovely stuff here today. Now, what is this? This looks a bit special. Let's have a look. This is a 1967 Ghia 450 SS Spider. Wow, look at that interior. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before, and it looks in super original, unmolested condition. And that's the sort of condition that I love cars in. What a beauty that is. Haven't seen anything like that before, I think. Lovely old Mercedes here. This is a 190 SL. It's quite rare being right-hand drive, this one. What an elegant car that is. Absolutely beautiful. The stuff in this auction today is amazing. And here casually is just an E30 M3. Really, or is it an M3 actually? I have to have a quick look around the back. This is a 325i, but still a very sporty one. Really desirable these now. 25 to 30 grand this one. 325i Sports. There's the lovely GT40 again. What a thing that is. And we've got quite a few Lotus Elans over here. Most of these are Sprints, those two are Sprints. I don't believe this one's a Sprint. This is a S3 XP to Sellers. 80 to 120, wow. What a gorgeous little sports car this is though. Absolutely beautiful. And then we got just another one here. And another one, and another one, and another one. Lots of Lotus Elans. Gorgeous little sports cars. Here we've got a Series 3 Daimler Sovereign Vanden Plas, the poshest of all the posh. It's just gleaming, isn't it? How shiny is that? That's a lovely example. And then another Lotus Elan. Oh, ho, ho. I love these old Alphas. Oh, that is beautiful. Now for a Mate Julia Sprint GT. But that looks like it's had an Alphaholics-esque treatment. What a beauty that is. I love these little saloons. Absolutely gorgeous. What a beautiful old car that is. So stylish, aren't they? We got another one here. I'll look at that in a minute. Absolutely beautiful that. Gorgeous little car. We got an MGC GT here. Now let's have a look at this Alpha. Now is this a 2000? I'll have to have a quick look around the front. I believe it is. This is a GT Junior. Once again, beautiful little Italian saloon. Ex-historic race car, 28 to 34 grand. Wow, that would be just a driving machine. Lovely, lovely cars, these old ones. Now what is this? We got a Bentley S2 Continental drop head coupe. The stuff here today, absolutely incredible. Look at that interior. I like the old slightly worn seats. I think that just gives it that little bit more character. What a beauty. We got another big Bentley here. This is unusual being a drop head one. And got a Mark 1 Lotus Cortina. Now these really are a bit of me. Look at this lineup of Jags. Apologising for the voice break. We got a lovely 2.4 litre Mark 2 here. Beautiful cars these. Just look at that interior. Nice 5-speed manual in this one. Absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? The 2.4 is one of the smaller engines, and I'm sure there might be the occasional 3.8 here. Let's have a look at the estimate, 22 to 25 grand. And if you think that Sierra Cosworth over there, that was 50 to 60, and now I know these are estimates, but what a lot of car for the money. This is for 20 grand or so. Beautiful thing, isn't it? So stylish. Now this really is something special. This is a 3.8, so the largest. Oh, that is beautiful. The largest engine of the lot. 55 to 65. This is absolutely beautiful. Looks like it's had a few modifications. I see a new gear lever there, said it was bespoke and made to be the perfect Jaguar, so must have had a few modifications. And from where I'm standing, what a great car that is. We got just casually another one here. That is just a 3.8. I'll have a look at the back. Indeed it is 3.8. Is this a 3.8? Wow, another 3.8 here. Let's have a look at this one first. This one looks fairly bog standard, but a really quick, purposeful car. Just look at those wheels. Gorgeous. But still a really purposeful old car. Lovely engine. Just look at that gleaming front. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Got another one here for 45 to 55. These are just amazing, aren't they? Says this one's been discerningly upgraded, and I can see that it's perhaps got different seats, different steering wheel. So it looks a bit tasty. Lovely cars here today. Got a big Rolls-Royce Corniche convertible here. This is huge, isn't it? Wow. So plush. Here's another example of a desirable modern classic, a Renault Clio Williams. I'm sure the estimate of this will blow me away, 30 to 35 for this. This is quite an early Clio Williams, so it's probably one of the most desirable. Meant to be a really good driver's car, these. Really purposeful looking XJS. I adore those wheels. This is cool. It says Monaco on the back, so perhaps it's some sort of body kit. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a one-off. That is very cool. Let's have a look at the information sheet. Monaco by PBB Design. That is cool, that, isn't it? What a gleaming car. That is so sleek, isn't it? I like the little vents in the bonnet. That is so cool. As is that gorgeous little Alpha. We've got a Porsche. This is a turbo. Let's have a quick look at the back. It's just a Carrera. And then we got another XJS here and another. We've got a 924 and another lovely old Jag. What a beauty. Another 3.8 here. This is a manual overdrive one. So it's the one you'd want really, biggest engine and best gearbox. We also got an MGA. So many lovely cars here, lovely twin cam engine in these MGAs. These Jags really are something. Triumph TR5. I'm reading the information sheet and it says that this is the first ever TR5, so that makes it a very historic car. Lovely condition. Just beautiful, all these cars in here. Next to that we got a lovely little frog eye. Looks like we got something special there. I'm going to have a look around the information. 1929 Chrysler Series 75 Roadster. Estimate 18 to 24 grand, and I know that's a heck of a lot of money, but what a car that is. Think of all the sort of like 90s fast forwards you could buy, but for the same money or perhaps even less you could buy that. That is beautiful. Look at the headlights on that. Just absolutely gleaming. Love the white walls as well. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Then on the other end of the spectrum we got a slightly crazy looking Supra here. Looks like a bit of a drag car maybe. The iconic Mk2 JZ. I'm sure this one's been very tuned. 1250 brake horsepower. Huge drag tyres. Oh, there you go, that really is a bit of a drag car. So crazy how you can get 1,000 plus horsepower out of these engines. Sequential gearbox without reserve. That is absolutely incredible. Nice old MGB V8. This is a rubber bumper from 1975, so one of the first rubber bumpers. Great cars the V8s are. This one is no exception. Lovely big Healy here. Oh, that is nice, isn't it? This is a Works Rally replica. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? I do love these old Healys. This is a Mk2, this one, the iconic 3-litre straight 6 engine. Lovely, lovely driver's car there. We got another Healy over here. It's quite an early one. Gorgeous interior, isn't it? And also massive gear lever, but lovely interior. Let's have a look at the information on this. This is a 104, one of the earlier ones. Just a little 4-cylinder, but a lovely engine nonetheless. Let's have a look around the other side of this. Lovely dash, isn't it? What a beauty that is. Another really sporty old car is the Sunbeam Tiger. The Sunbeam Alpine came before in the 4-cylinder, and the Sunbeam Tiger put the huge V8 into the Alpine body, making a very nice car. There it is on show, but this looks a bit race prepared. 40 to 45 the estimate on this. That'll be a lot of fun and a great car to race, I'm sure. Got a Lotus Europa here. Beyond that we got a lovely green big Austin Healey. This looks like another Works Rally car or replica. Let's have a quick look. It's a rally spec, so it's just been built up. But what a car. We've got another 190 SL. Absolutely gorgeous. Now this Bristol 400 is absolutely amazing. I've always loved these old Bristols. Just look at that shape. Lovely 2-litre straight 6 engine. What a swish car that is. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? That is such a great looking car. Beautiful old thing. Beyond that we've got an XK150. This MGB GT is an interesting car. Only about 300 miles on it, so it really is showroom fresh. Absolutely mint, unrestored condition, isn't it really? 4-speed overdrive with some of the later rubber bump cars. What a beauty that is. Be interesting to see what the estimate of this is. Gleaming engine under there. Such a pristine one, this. Estimate is 20 to 25 for this one. But I can see why when it's never even been on the road. It said it's unregistered, so never even been on the road. What a collector's piece that is. Very nice MGB GT V8. Same can be said for this one here. I like the exhaust on that. One thing I do love is these gorgeous wheels, aren't they? They suit the car so well, I think. Great tourer car. Be interesting to see what the estimate of this is. This is 25 to 30, but it is a pristine one, so I'm sure you can see why. Little Morris Cooper. This is a Mark 1, but this is a Cooper S as well, so it's really the one you'd want. Sliding windows, one of the earliest ones. You have the Morris and the Austin. I'd guess you'd perhaps see more Austin, so the Morris might be a little bit rarer. What a beauty that is. Beautiful little MG over here. What a great car from 1932. That is gorgeous, isn't it? I do love that. Huge American one though. So simplistic and lovely. Probably a 4-speed crash gearbox, no synchromesh. So double declutching needed, but it looks like the paint's been on this car for a long time. Might it be original? Lovely condition, that's how you want it really. Gorgeous. A great old Austin Healey here. Wow, I love the interiors of these old, really old ones. There's another 4. This is a 100M, this one actually. factory built racing car. Estimate 120 to 140, and from where I'm standing I can really see why, because imagine the history of that car being a period racing car from the Austin Healey factory. It's just pristine. A lovely Sunbeam Alpine there. That is very cool. Mercedes 280 SE. Wow, look at that interior. So elegant, some of these old Mercedes. I'm going to have a quick look around the front, because just look at the front of that. This is a 3.5 litre V8. Wow. This is such a refined and lovely old car. So well made. Just look at the quality of that. Absolutely beautiful. Got a Alpina B 2.8 saloon here. Do like these old Alpinas, so this would be a 5 Series. That's had the Alpina treatment. Alpina was just tuning up some of the old Beamers, but what a great car. And then we got yet another Quattro. This really is a bit of me. We got an Alpine A110. These are gorgeous cars. I love them. Real proper driver's car as well. Absolutely gorgeous, these. 60 to 70 for this one. That is lovely, that. Also got a racing MGA. There's a DeLorean over there. An Evo. Now what is this over here? I believe it's some form of Capri. Got an Integrale, a little Cooper I presume. I'll have a look at this first. Gosh, it really is a skeleton of a car, isn't it? This is a 1952 R-Knots. This is a 500cc racer. And here's the Race Prep Capri. Now this is cool. This is a 1959 AC Formula 2 Monoposto. That is pretty cool, that, isn't it? One of the more left field choices of historic racing. Another Lotus Elan. And another E30 BMW. We've got an Escort. Nice old 928, another Mini. If we go around the back here, we got a Ford Puma rally car. Rare cars, those, actually. Also a Road Rally prepped. Little Anglia. That is cool, that, isn't it? Great fun on the road as well. A pairing of Mark 1 Ford Cortinas. What is this over here? We've got a Maverick, a Ford Maverick. Just sneak through here, a Ford Maverick Grabber. That's a cool thing, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. Wow, that stripped out interior in there. Seeing some lovely stuff here today. If I just sneak through here. Got some more stuff behind here. We got some form of hill climb special, I presume. Renault 5 rally car. GT Turbo, historic touring car, this one. Quite a cool thing. And this looks like a bit of a hill climb special behind the Ferrari and Lotus. Lovely old Daimler here. V8 Tourer, beautiful car. Lovely. Then we got some form of, what is this? A 1961 Warwick Mark II Sports FJ. Gosh, it's tiny in there, isn't it? I like the polished metal look though. Got a Dodge Charger, that is cool, isn't it? Now what is this? I'm gonna have to have a look at the information board. Is it a Cougar? I'm just looking at that. Cougar, so I believe, is it an American manufacturer? Cougar Jaguar. 3.8 litres. So is this perhaps based on a car? I know nothing about this. Funny thing that, isn't it? Got a GTO over there. And just got the M3, and then there's a Talbot Sunbeam Lotus rally car. A lot of these get rallied. Beyond that, we got a few more minis. Well, there are a lot of these here today, aren't there? And a Porsche 912. Now, this will be one of the very first ones. It's even a 4-cylinder. Lovely early 4-cylinder 912. Just over 30,000 miles. This is one of the earliest ones you can buy in this condition. 48 to 54 grand. It's a lot, but it is one of the earliest ones, so it'll appeal to a collector. Right, let's have a look at this. We got a Sierra RS Cosworth, but this is a 4x4, so this will be really desirable. Worth crazy money to me, some of these. 35 to 40 for this 1990 Ford Sierra Sapphire RS Cosworth 4x4. That's a long name, isn't it? But yeah, these Fords are just all the rage at the moment. What is this? We've got a Ferrari 512 TR, the Testarossa, for 150 to 200 grand. We've got a GT2 Porsche here. Nice old 911, that's a 993 recreation. And this is another really early one, a 911, 120 to 140 grand, wow. But this is a really early one. This sort of thing really appeals to collectors. Now I like this, we've got an Aston Martin DB4 racing car. Bit controversial, but I probably prefer the DB4 to the DB5 just because I like the exposed lights on the front. What a beauty that is. 200 to 240 grand the estimates. That is a lovely old thing, but wow, look at this. A 3 litre CSL BMW. What an incredible car. These are amazing. Known as the Batmobile. Lovely old car. Really, really nice. Desirable. Back at the Porsches. Got another sort of road rally prepped Porsche, and here we got a nice old M3. These are really desirable now, really sort of fizzy you could say, but also powerful. 4-cylinder engine up front. This looks a bit perked up, I like those big wheels. Then we've got an E92, one of the newest cars here, but this is an Alpina prepped one, or at least it's got Alpina bits on it. Another Subaru, that's one of the older ones. We've got a Z3M, so it's a Z3 but with the hard top, and they'll be quite a bit tickled underneath the bonnet as well. I do like these. That will be a really good car to drive. What a great looking car as well it is. Now this is not a Mercedes but a Brabus. These are crazy things, the sort of really modified, really plush Mercedes. Huge V8 up front. Look at the size of those Brabus wheels. Amazing. 944 turbo, 914 here. Got a 430 Scuderia. I believe it's something like a 4.5 litre V8 in the back there. Proper driver's car again. Ford GT here. These are quite cool things. Now here's an interesting thing. It looks a bit like a TVR Griffith at the front, but it is a convertible. Now this is a Melling Wildcat. Never seen one before, got no idea what it is. I'm sure they've made hardly any of them. I presume it's a big V8. It might have some relation to the TVR because it does look very similar. That's a funny thing that, isn't it? Another Mk2 Escort, I like the wide arches on that. A lot of really historic rally cars here today. We've got another MG rarity, and this one is also another unregistered rubber bumper car. This is a 1978 MG Midget 1500, so one of the last ones, but it's never been registered on the road, so this will be all original condition, and it's had 45 miles from new. And just look inside, you see those seat covers, those will have been on it in the factory. Those seat covers have never come off. It's just such a time warp thing, isn't it? The seat covers really do it for me, because those would have just got thrown away, one of the first things to go. But it's amazing that they're still with the car. I presume that's the driver's one just in there. Genuine 45 miles I just saw in there. You've seen the seat covers in it? No, it's got the original, yeah. What a time warp that is though. Really interesting find. In the memorabilia section we've got some lovely paddock passes. These really are amazing. I really do like those. I've come back to these a lot because these are really interesting cars. This one for 80 to 120 was owned by Jochen Rindt, and he drove it to the Hockenheim Grand Prix. It's still got the little sticker here. This was owned by Keith Duckworth, who was co-founder of Cosworth Engineering, so it's like the DFE. And this is Rob Walker, this one, who I think he made Lotuses or something. And this was owned by Emma Peel, and it was given to her after she did some acting in the Avengers. And this one really is special. This was owned by Peter Sellers. But yes, that is cool. And this one's owned by Ron Hickman. A lot of famous people who own these cars, and that was just a Lotus Elan Sprint. But especially this one being Peter Sellers and the Jochen Rindt one. These are the two most desirable ones. Really historic cars though, they look beautiful together. We're in the main building now, and here we can admire this pretty crazy Lola T70. In the main hall we got a pretty tasty Cobra here. Wow, look at that. This is a 289, so one of the earlier ones. Lovely. Got another lovely old Alfa Romeo here. Beautiful car. Just behind here we got the Bugatti Owners Club. Wow. There's some tasty stuff here. This is a Type 59. This one, that is gorgeous, isn't it? Lovely patina on that. Something on completely other end of the spectrum is this Audi Quattro. This 59 is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Got the two fuel filler caps there. Lovely straight 8 engine. I'd guess supercharged. That is quite a thing, isn't it? I love the spokes. Just look at that. Absolutely amazing, and the quality and just the patina, the paint is just absolutely, just looks amazing, doesn't it? Nice little MGB display here. We've got a Roadster race car from 1972. And now this is nice. We've got some form of anniversary edition actually, Ozelli, but a GT racing car. Might not even be a racing car actually, but it could be used for racing. Certainly very modified. It's quite interesting that Ozelli 60 years, it says there. So interesting little car, that looks quite cool.
There we go. Now,
I like that little yellow stripe around that. That's sort of like hankering back to the days of the Aston Martin DBR1. Here we've got another Roadster race car. This is an earlier one from 1964. Nice things, these race ones. And here, on the other end of the spectrum, is a Aston Martin DB9 race car. This is GT4 spec. Quite a crazy thing. I'll try and give you a quick look in the interior. Now this really is me, a supercharged pre-war MG. That is lovely. What a beauty that is. I do love these pre-war MGs. Absolutely gorgeous cars. Then we got another little midget. We've entered another hall now, and on some restoration company stand we got a lovely 1750 Alfa Romeo. I do love these old Alfas, beautiful cars. Just look at that interior, just so nice. I love it when they get the Alpholics treatment as well. Also got an old Saab, I believe this is a V4 one. Funny little car. Such a weird engine, weird cars. But I do like these old Saabs. Got a few more rally prepped cars, but this stands out for me. Now this is perhaps like a Monte Carlo rally Daimler Conquest. Now these are really nice cars. 1954 this. Rally Monte Carlo on the front. But yeah, I really like the Daimler Conquests. What engine are in these again? I can't remember. Is it a 6? Oh, okay. Yeah, Daimler will be pre-selected. That is nice. Time warp that. And then got a bit of a modified. I can see mini lights on that Moggy Minor pickup. I can see a nice MG on that. Little correction, because of the grille, that is the Austin. Actually, so that's the Austin 500 van and not a Morris Minor van. If we just sneak through here, we can see a lovely old MG. And there's something else over there. I'll just go around to have a quick look at that. Is it a Sebring Sprite? Something like that. Ah yes, Austin Healey's Sebring Sprite. So this is a frog eye underneath really, but different front and a sort of like light hard top body thing. Nice wire wheels. This is 1958, this one. Yeah, I do like these. And then there's 105E Ford Anglia. And over there is the lovely old full-charged MG. Beyond a lovely GT40, I do like this. We've got a Ford RS200, proper Group B homologation rally car. Crazy things those are. Beyond that, we've got another little Talbot Sunbeam Lotus, but I want to have a look around the back of this RS200 because it's an amazing thing, these. So this is actually not a replica one, but it's original 60 GT40 that was used at the Geneva Motor Show for a bit of promotion and things, but the original ones are worth a serious amount, and I can see why. What a beautiful and historic car that is. So we've got a Flatrad Morgan here that looks a bit modified, but I'm sure you can hear there's quite a bit of engine noise coming from over there, and that is because there are rally demonstrations, as I promised at the start of the video. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get a bite to eat. We've done, I think, all of the hauls, so what I'll do is we'll get a bite to eat and then we'll have a look at some of the rallying going on over there. Now this Firenze really is something special. It's not just any Firenze. There's a slight hint on the bonnet there. Now this car is known as the Firenze Can-Am, and that is because it has a Chevrolet V8 in it, and it is an absolutely crazy car. It sounds incredible, and it's so fast. I did make a video about it, just about that one car a while ago, so if you haven't seen that, then please take a look at it if you're interested in that, but hopefully you'll be able to see it razzing around the circuit here.
big triumph that's coming round at the moment, Lee Sellers, there's a 2.5 PI that he bought to restore as a road car, but partway through the restoration he thought he could turn this into a rally car due to the turbocharger. And it gives 180 brake, which is to move, well, for this junior, to move up from things like micros and ergos and things like that to some technology, adjustable suspension, turbocharger. We got Ron going back out in the repair back, which will be good fun.
In the main building now, we got a Metro 6R4, a Capri, but this is what I really wanted to look at. You got the BRM V16 out, one of the most incredible Grand Prix cars ever made, really. 1.5 litre or thereabouts V16, absolutely deafening. I remember seeing one of these at Goodwood. I did make a video about the BRMs at Goodwood if you'd like to see that video. Wouldn't mind that steering wheel on my shed. That is quite a sight, one of the most epic Grand Prix cars for me, really. So cool. But I think with that I'll wrap up this video here. We've seen all sorts of lovely Grand Prix cars and rally cars like this. I do like some of these. These debuted in 1950 at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, but one of the problems with these BRMs was unreliability, and I think one of them ended up conking out on the start, which would have been quite embarrassing for this radical new car design at the home Grand Prix. But anyway, yeah, please remember to subscribe to Car Traction, check out other videos, like the video on that Forenza Can-Am and the video of the BRMs at Goodwood. Comment what you've liked, what you've seen, anything that you have to say about any of the cars here, and that's all. Thanks for watching.